Peace, family. You cooling with the completest of my brother Spawn Prince. Yes. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Thank you all for tuning in, man. How you doing today, brother?
Oh man, doing good, doing good. I can't call it yourself.
Same, man. Same. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. We have, we got a few topics, man, today for y'all, man. A few topics. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch on some stuff. We're gonna touch on some anime. We're gonna touch on some unveiling. You know, my man Spawn Prince always hooks us up with the beautiful unveilings. You know, we gonna also talk about try to talk about some news like me and my brother was just talking about. There really ain't nothing crazy going on in the comic world right now. Just a few issues that's in continuation. Yeah, but I'm gonna let you have the floor, brother.
Yeah, as far as in the comic world, I think the comic world has think Marvel and DC as a whole being the big two, and a lot of other places they started to kind of like really move away from those long ongoing series because a lot of things are backing down now into limited series and mini series to where it's like if you
Yeah,
can't get it done within this short amount of time, then there ain't no point. Now, mind you, I don't mind that because I figure if you only got three books, you only got to put three books out there. You got to get straight to the point. You got to
yeah,
go. So there's no real build up like that. I feel like Image is like really at the top of their game right now, but Image ain't never really fell off either. But Image is the one that's consistently always putting stuff out and giving us new and fresh stuff. Versus Marvel and DC, they have to kind of continue from where they left off, and they constantly like changing writers, example, or writers are taking breaks.
yeah.
So but as far as new books getting ready to drop, there's nothing too spectacular for me that I saw in none of the preview guys where it was like, I mean, I know people are going to be interested in it, but my thing is the interest behind anything that's coming out is like this can be read online. I don't want to go to the shop and pick this up. Like
Right.
Doctor Strange, Steven is coming back. We all knew that was going to happen. It's Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But he's coming back, and I don't know if it's ongoing or if it's many or whatever. But Jed McKay, the guy that's writing Moon Knight currently right now, and who wrote the this year's Timeless again, is he's the one writing it. So that's cool. Cosmic Ghost Rider is also getting a new series, which I didn't know why. I was like, y'all gave us a regular Ghost Rider, came back, and y'all gave us Johnny Blaze, and now here we are with Cosmic again. So it's like, okay. Um, as far as the DC stuff, right now the little event, I guess I would call it, this uh Lazarus Planet, I believe it's called Lazarus Planet, is like came out of the Batman and Robin series, and they're all like one shot. They're all like one shots. None of them are like it's not a mini series or whatever. Because y'all know me, I'm a DC guy, and Dark Crisis was not it. I could have actually skipped that event, honestly. Reading it all the way through,
It
but
was, it
yeah, I
was
could have.
good.
It was decent for what it was, but it's like I
Yeah, it
as a
was
DC
nothing
guy,
spectacular though.
I've been here in that seat with that multiple times. I was just there when they did New 52. Like,
Right.
okay, I was just there when they did New 52, and then I was just there again when they did Rebirth. It's like,
To answer
okay,
this question, I don't believe there is any Hercules comics coming out. Nothing to my knowledge. They haven't given
Hercules
Hercules a
comics.
they haven't given Hercules a solo run in years.
Hercules, didn't they just show him or announce him to be in some series
I
or
don't
a
think that it's a
show?
solo series though. I
No,
don't,
I
but
think he just make an
he
appearance. They
oh
might they might give him
yeah,
something. They
it's
might give him
possible.
something,
Yeah,
but
he come in
it's
that he
possible.
come in all the time. But when it comes to solo series though, I don't think so.
I think the next things we gonna be seeing is stuff regarding to Ant Man and Wasp. Because we doing Marvel is doing Kang the Conqueror, so we about to get a lot of Kang.
Hmm.
Which I don't mind. I like Kang. I like him as much as I like
Yeah,
Ultron. Which
I feel
I
like it's
felt like
okay.
they could have did a lot more with Ultron as far as the MCU, but we got what we got. Um, I think Kang might be a bigger villain than Ultron, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
You know,
On
so
a bigger scale, definitely.
yeah, so yeah, we getting more. We're gonna get a lot more of that. We're gonna get some Guardians of the Galaxy. We might get some a lot new Warlock and stuff as time comes on. Warlock at
Yeah,
one point
we,
has his own series, so he might get his own series again.
you know about Thor, and last time we had the show, we talked about this. We had talked about Thor's vision,
Hmm.
and his vision of Thanos coming back, but having the Infinity Stones, the Necro Sword, and like eighth Infinity Stone or something like that. Like the what is it, the Death Stone or something like that? It was something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. The
It,
Infinity
it,
Watch is probably gonna be something that they go into for sure.
yeah, definitely. I could see that
Infinity
happen.
Watch is going. Infinity Watch is
That can
going to
I
definitely
can see
probably be something.
Hercules jumping in that. Yeah, I can see Hercules jumping in that. You know what I'm saying? Jumping
Aren't
in
we?
that.
I hope that the rumors about the World War Hulk movie is on par. All the rumors I hear about that, as far as casting and how that's supposed to play out, I would love some good to get into that World War Hulk. As
Definitely.
far as anything else, nothing. Marvel ended their event, that Judgment Day event had ended, and that ended it like kind of like how I thought it was going to end.
Yeah.
Like I said, that was nothing more than just Avengers versus X-Men, and the Eternals is a thing right now, so let's just add them into it. Um,
Yeah.
and it ended, and out of the two, I gave both of them the same exact rating. Dark Crisis and Judgment Day both didn't knock it out of the park for me or nothing like that. They both just kind of like was mid.
It is okay. Yeah,
Yeah, they
just
was
okay.
okay. Marvel right now is doing an event called Dark Web, which is Spider Man and the X Men. Somehow, I'm not reading it, um, so I don't know what's going on with that. I do
Well,
got
I'm
some
gonna let you. I'm gonna
issues.
let you know. I'm gonna let you know how it go, brother.
Oh, okay, I was about to say I do got some issues that I guess they're tie-ins because I read Venom, I read Carnage, so I read X Men, so it's like they got the little icon in there like, oh, this is a tie-in to this event, so
Carter's on some shit right
we'll
now.
see.
He basically able to like embody himself without having
Cassidy coming
any
back
need of a
next
host.
issue.
Yeah, that's
Cassidy
what
coming
I'm
back.
saying. This is
Yeah,
something crazy.
that's
This is
all this was.
crazy.
All this was the symbiote was acting on his own to bring Cassidy back to life, basically, and now he's on his way back. So I'm here
Gotcha.
for it.
Makes sense to me.
I'm here for it.
So you said,
That's it as far as comic news. Nothing too impressive for me. Everybody else might have their own opinions and thoughts on that. They might be something out there might and everything ain't for everybody. Somebody else out there might be like, oh, I can't wait for this book or that series. But for me, it was just like none of this was like grabbing my attention. Uh, the only two things that did grab my attention, I'm gonna put my head down in embarrassment and sadness as I say this. Uh, was the new series called Adventures of Superman is getting ready to come out with John Kent. It's because his the Son of Kal-El series is done with, so he's doing another one called Adventures of Superman, which is starring John Kent again, and it's written by Tom Taylor. So naturally, I'm gonna pick it up because all 18 issues of Son of Kal-El were fire. All 18 were fire.
100.
And then going into that, uh, the other two series, sadly, was I have this in my possession.
Action Comics has been
Um,
on a fucking roll.
and this is Action Comics 1050. And from what I understand, this issue and every issue after this are going to be anthologies where it's going to be multiple stories in the book and they're going to be written by multiple people. Um, this was good. So I mean, if that's the concept behind it, I don't mind it. But this actually was a good read. I like the idea. I like the the innovation and the different spin that they actually done put on Superman for the first time in quite some time.
Yeah, y'all
And
have
then,
to.
last but not
Yeah,
least,
go ahead.
I added to my pull list the getting ready to come out ongoing run of Superman, written by Joshua Williams. Y'all know me. I don't care for Kal-El at all. I don't. Out of my entire collection, he is the least character that is in my collection. I have more Spider-Man than I have Superman. Yeah, so to add a Superman book to my pull list was, and an ongoing at that, is an ongoing Superman. It ain't just like a mini or limited. The Son of Kal-El was fine. I knew that was only going to be 18 issues. Adventures of Superman is only like 6 issues. So I don't, I was like, all right, that's fine. But nope, Superman is an ongoing, which we somehow got that before we got Green Lantern. And yes, we still don't have a Green Lantern series. And we
You
have
know,
not
because
had a
Superman
Green
the GOAT.
Lantern and no, but we haven't had a Green Lantern series in years. So it's like,
I agree. I feel you.
so
Hey y'all,
we'll
before
see.
but just like he was talking about, for the Son of Kal-El series, if y'all gonna read that, man, read the beginning of it all for Superman when he goes to War World, when he leaves Earth and goes to War World. Listen,
I'm about to
those
pick that
two
up in trade.
runs, those two runs running together, that was some of the best reads for me, 2022, because they interlined perfectly. Both of them was going through their handful of shit, and it just, it was just a good read.
World World for me was mid, y'all. Y'all know how I am. It was mid for me.
I
Only
like.
because I feel like, they finally giving Mongo some shine.
Yeah,
He
that's the
actually
only
needed,
downside for me.
you know, they gave Mongo some shine as a villain that I guess he was deserving of for a very long period of time. But it was just like, for me, it was like, it's Superman again. I go back to Superman and how powerful Superman is, and it was like, bro, you just wasting time. Like, you don't even need to be here this long. You could have been ended this. Like, this could have been a one shot. Like, what the hell?
They had
Like
to add some dramatical effect to the
we've
story,
seen
man.
what Superman has done to Mongo in the past. Like, we've seen it. So it's like, this is why. But I guess they just wanted to give y'all the story or whatever. But yeah, y'all can pick up Superman's War World in trade, and read that because it reads very well as trade. Trying to wait on the
Yeah,
individuals or hunt down the individuals, I would not recommend that.
yeah, that's
But
gonna be a
trade
headache.
paperback, it reads well in trade paperback. As well as the Superman Son of Kal-El. Get both of those, get that in trade as well, and check that out too. That was awesome. Uh, that's it for comic
Definitely.
news. I ain't got nothing else as far as comic news.
Yeah,
Nothing
man,
happening with
yeah.
Batman. I didn't see nothing happening with Batman really. Like, that was a shocker for me. Like,
The
y'all know
only
I love me
thing
some
that's
Batman.
happened, the only thing that's happened, Batman this quarter was his ass falling from goddamn space and surviving. I
Listen, the
had to talk
only
about that with your ass. Complete and
listen,
utter trash.
listen,
Whoever came up with that idea. See, this is exactly what I meant when me and your ass was talking. When me, you, and Mongol was talking that one day about, nigga, how Batman. There's nothing realistic about this nigga, bro. And this nigga falling from space like a damn asteroid and surviving.
and that's what we have to like about him and Superman. There's
Yeah,
Superman. Listen, when it
I
comes to
can agree.
Superman, Batman, and Spider Man, there is nothing realistic about them. The only thing you can get that's somewhat realistic about all three of them is the emotion that they feel in regards to people behind them, like how
Yeah.
Superman with Lois, Batman with Alfred, and like Peter with like Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy. That's the only thing you can get from them. Like, everybody else got like some type of like a meaning behind them. Tony Stark represent the innovation of technology. The X-Men was supposed to be Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, things like that. There is nothing real about Superman, and
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing real about Batman. They gotta keep it that way. If they give us a Batman where everybody can relate to Batman, like, we're gonna be like, no. Mind you, the Dark Knight movie series is a reason for that. They just was
Mm-hmm.
like, let's just make Batman as etchy as possible. Let's make him as edgy as possible and as dark as possible. So that's what
Yeah.
they went with. That's what they went
And that
with.
shit.
Like,
And
as
that shit
far
was
as all the
trash.
other stuff, yeah, it was. I mean, that concept, but you gotta think about how Batman was before that.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think of how he was before this. Like
I get it.
Batman before that, Batman was a character that you will only pick up depending on who was writing him. Batman was not somebody you pick up because
Yeah.
it was you loved Batman.
I had posted a goddamn commercial
You know.
from the early '80s of Batman fans. You know, right when they was coming out with the Michael Keaton Batman, and it was
Mm-hmm.
showing just how toxic the goddamn Batman fan base is and has been for the last 50 years. Like
They up there with
they've always
they
been
up there with
toxic.
the they up there with the Star Wars fans. They up there. They right up there
Hey,
with them Star Wars guys.
hey, me being a Star Wars fan, bro, there is nothing wrong about what he just said, and I am disappointed in a lot of y'all, bro. I have came to a realization in the
Man,
last year about my fellow Star Wars fans. Y'all
man,
are toxic as hell.
I didn't came into realization about these Batman guys. It's like, bro, well, I did that, back in New 52. But Zardesky's Batman, this is Zardesky's Batman. The series before this with Failsafe was really good. Um, just because when was the last time we seen Failsafe? Failsafe was a good idea. Failsafe was a nice idea. Um, and I like the incorporation of like Superman and some of the other Justice League members. I enjoyed that. That was that was cool. I really did. I really like that. I feel like they should do that more. Or I don't know.
Yeah,
They should do like little features like that. Like this one got Tim Drake featured in it. Um, but I'm liking this Zardesky's Batman because I'm liking Detective Comics by Ram V as well because now we finally they touching villains that don't normally get touched. Like you got Killer Croc in here, we got
hmm
Mr. Freeze in Detective Comics, and Failsafe came back, and it's like I'm glad to see these characters again because I got tired of oh Scarecrow, Bang, Joker, Two Face, Black Mask, Ra's al
yeah,
Ghul,
man, yeah,
Scarecrow,
man.
Bang, Joker, and it's like damn, them the only six that y'all keep going around. A Penguin might pop up in a book and that'd be it, but it's usually the same people. It was like
Yeah,
Batman got a nice
yeah,
role gallery, but they keep only using the same six. Spider
yeah.
Man was
It's
almost getting
weird.
to that point too. Spider Man had almost got to that point too. It's like it was the same people
It's
as Doc Ock, Goblin.
it's almost like that the company. It's almost like DC as a company. All it's like they made his whole or like more than half of his road gallery into a comedic show. If tell me if I'm wrong. It's almost like they made. Just think about them. Any of them that is been in like a CW show, to basically a Netflix show to a video game. They kind of made and animated. They kind of made every other villain like just like failures, like jobbers. What I'm saying? They just all they
Mm-hmm.
do is lose. What I'm saying? Like that. Like y'all are making his rogue gallery. Y'all turning it into trash.
The thing about it is, and I said this about with Spider Man as well. What I was saying about that, like how they go just between the two, Goblin and Ock. And the reason I think they do that with Batman is because when they sit around and they talk about wanting to be an ongoing series or a limited series, they look at the character and they look at the whole overall, like I guess, structure and biography of the character, and they like, well, can Clayface is Clayface the type of character y'all can see doing a grand scheme or a massive plan that's going to span over this many books, you know? That's
Mm-hmm.
I think they really look into that because when you look at other villains, like we know Ra's al Ghul can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ra's al Ghul, they can come up with a plan that sounds like Ra's al Ghul, and then give us, oh, we're gonna give you 12 books of this for Ra's al Ghul. Scarecrow as well can do it. Joker can do it. But then I looked at other characters like, well, Freeze can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Freeze can definitely do that. The reason Penguin and Black Mask sit in there and Two Face they sit in there is because you got the mob. You got the Carmines and the Falcone. So they sit in there because they're part of that mob scene with those street level villains that just exist there. They're just there. They're not far away or locked up for long periods of time. We exist, just we're in the streets. We're just here. We're just like almost borderline damn near civilians. You
Yeah.
know, because you take Two-Face 2 guns away, that nigga's a civilian. What, I mean, what is you know, you take Penguin's gun and his umbrella away, he's a civilian. You know, they're just regular dudes.
Yeah, take
You know,
they numbers away. Definitely, yeah, they
yeah,
regular
you
old
know,
dude.
you take their stuff away. It's like you're a nobody. You know, so that's they just exist. But then they, like I said, they look at that like, well, can Killer Croc come up with a plan that's gonna grab the fans' attention? Not only is that, can Killer Croc come up with a plan that's gonna give us 12 books? Does Killer Croc have a big enough fan base that's gonna be interested in Killer Croc's 12 books? You know, there's also that plays a factor into it. You know,
Well,
that's
yeah,
why
I
when they do
mean,
use those characters, they put them together. It's like, oh, let's do Killer Croc. Let's throw Killer Croc in the mix with Two-Face and throw Two-Face and then put Scarecrow in there as well. That's why they mesh them together, because they actually they not even I don't even count them as main villains no more. They kind of like just side villains.
yeah, that's what
Batman
they
back
turned
exists
them
as
into that.
main villains. Yeah, they turned
They
them
made
into that.
sure
They
of that.
used to be main villains, but now they just side villains. They just side
Yeah,
characters now.
man, listen, that whole Harley Quinn show turned all the side villains and main villains into jokes, but especially the side villains. You know, villains like like a lot of those villains are supposed to be like King Shark is supposed to be an OP villain. You know, he's a king. You know what I'm saying? You know, he has his numbers as well that can be in water or on land. Then you have, you know what I'm saying, people like Deadshot. You know what I'm saying? Deadshot is just too dangerous, you know what I'm saying, to just be out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like him are just too dangerous because they can literally kill you from miles away. Like,
But
you know what I'm saying?
he's another example, as well as like with Deathstroke. Do they can him and Deathstroke come up with a plan that's for like a 12 book issues run that's gonna have fans like, oh, Deathstroke and Batman? I don't think Deathstroke has already done it, but his was on the
I think
six.
I think that for people like Deadshot, they need to go ahead and make him, you know what I'm saying, an anti-hero. You know what I'm saying? Because he done fought alongside with Batman. You know what I'm saying? He
They
done had a
did Deathstroke. It was called Deathstroke versus Batman. It was the 6 book series. I have it. But Deadshot, can they do that with Deadshot?
man. I feel like they can.
A
I feel
miniseries?
like they, yeah, a little miniseries, give him a little shine. You know what I'm saying? Peacemaker too.
The
Peacemaker don't got
the
no dang
the
issues
idea,
either.
I would love to see a Peacemaker versus Deathstroke. I would not or Ghostmaker versus Deathstroke. I would love to see any of those. But with I don't know, man. Deadshot, because the thing about it is because of who Deadshot is. Like I said, when they look at the character, they look at his whole biography. It's like Deadshot is an assassin.
Yeah,
So with him being an assassin, the only story you can run with that is like, oh, he got a target to kill, and Batman is protecting the target.
but we have made, but we have seen before top assassins getting targeted. You know what I'm saying? They could run that little trope. You know what I'm
Who
saying? Throw
going?
that in
So you
there.
saying they could run somebody that's targeting Deadshot?
Man, listen,
Listen, if they
like,
spend that, and say, oh, somebody's after Deadshot, Deadshot go to Batman for help, throw the whole thing away from the beginning.
no, he don't need help. He just gonna murk everybody he gonna fuck everybody up that try to get to him. Deadshot is that dangerous, man.
But if it's in Gotham, Batman gonna try and go need some answers behind it.
Oh yeah, you know that's gonna happen.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then that's gonna have to turn into some type of team up, because Batman gonna be like, well, you stop killing everybody, I'll get to the bottom of it. You take your ass home and sleep this shit off. And
definitely.
Deadshot be like, nah, I ain't doing that. He be
All
like, all
right,
right,
man,
well,
fuck out of here.
use some rubber. And Batman would be like, well, use rubber bullets. We know how to. We already done made the script for it, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think
Yeah,
about
man. Yeah, man.
how
That's
DC
something.
is, man. You gotta. I'm a DC guy, but you gotta think about how they are, man. I love them, but you gotta think about that. It's like,
like this, this idea. You know, like Hector Hammond. You know what I'm saying? They don't show Hector no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, this concept, this idea was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's risky. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole everything behind it. You know what I'm saying? Even the cover art.
When you
But
add new characters to either
they,
Superman or
yeah,
Batman, is risky. It's risky when you
yeah,
start
that's what
doing
I'm
that.
saying. He's not. He's technically not a Superman or a Batman villain. He's a Green Lantern
Hmm.
villain. He's a Hal Jordan villain. You know what I'm saying? So I get. It can be difficult. To throw different villains. You know what I'm saying, and mesh them up to create different stories. It can be difficult. It can be a definite path. You know what I'm saying, to get that done. I can agree.
Thank you.
But since you
Yes.
talking about some Batman, you talking about some DC and Batman stuff, man. I just wanted to say I would love to see, even though we probably won't ever again because she's um um uh paraplegic. Barbara, you know what I'm saying, in some Batman gear, man. I want to see that again. You know,
We will.
if,
We will.
yeah, yeah.
We will.
I
She
like
ain't a,
I
she
like
not
Barbara.
she not paraplegic no more.
She man, listen,
They
I
resolved
can't
her.
keep up, bro. I can't listen. I can't
Yeah,
keep
that
up, and I kind of feel like I knew that already, but I
yeah,
can't really
that
keep up with the Bat Family.
they resolved that a while ago. The only thing about the Superman, I'm not liking this whole new Superman family thing where it's like a whole bunch of them. There's a group of twins. There's like two Superboys, a Supergirl. I'm not.
Man, you know them clones, man. Lex Luthor,
Man,
man.
look, John, Kal-El, and Kara was all I needed. Just that was enough. Okay, like that was enough. Like now y'all giving me it's like some Asian Superman out there too. Like I tolerated Steel. Like I tolerated Steel, but it was like that was enough. It was
I just
I
feel
had
like
enough.
with these characters, and this goes to everybody. You know what I'm saying, to all the companies. I feel like these characters, there are paths and opportunities for a lot of stories that can be done for them. You know what I'm saying? And they can be different genres. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't have to be, you know, um, the same pace. You know what I'm saying? As like the mainstream comics. Like prime example, like if I was to make a Phantom Stranger comic, you know what I'm saying? Um, and just make a Phantom Stranger comic, and then he runs into Superman or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be done for them to coexist without the company like making a bad name for themselves. Like, Phantom Stranger is more of a thriller, mystery, you know what I'm saying, type of character. So you can have that as the basis of the story, you know what I'm saying? But the problem is when they add different characters that are from different genres, they mess up by changing the genre of, you know what I'm saying, whatever character that it normally is about, without balancing it right. If what I'm saying is making sense. You know what I'm saying? They don't balance it right. You know what I mean? And it can be done. They just don't do it. Like
DC is a testament to that.
yeah, like they feel like they can't do nothing. Like we rarely see Blade. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And when we do see Blade,
Because like I said,
he's
you look at him as a character, you look at his biography, and it's like, well, the only thing that we can relate to Blade is vampires. The only thing we can give him is vampires, because in their mind, it's like, well, how does he stack up against, like, oh, if we put him in the Doctor Strange books, how does he fare against the magical users, or the demons, or or the guys that we line him up with as guardians? How does he fare with any of these other areas of villains to fight against, and how are fans going to perceive this? How fans are going to take this?
that's
You
when
know,
you have to evolve the characters. Like I agree, like it's going to be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if you follow the formula for a certain character for years, you know what I'm saying? But that's when you have to evolve the character. They evolve characters like fucking Captain America every fucking week.
the
You know what I'm
biggest and
saying?
the biggest job behind that, after all of that, is, does this character make money? Is this character going to make the money?
And
You know, is
that's
fans going to
what that
buy it?
answer
And yeah, is fans gonna line up to buy Blade, off the shelves every week or every month? That's you know they look at those numbers. That's why they looked at those numbers like, oh, people really love Johnny Blaze. Let's keep that going. But let's throw another one out here. Everybody had loved the Cosmic Ghost Rider when he was doing a run, so let's do that another run of that because it made money. Donny Cates' Cosmic Ghost Rider did really well, so they're like, let's
Hmm.
run that, you know,
That
because
was
then
a good
they
story for real.
it was, but they do stuff like that and they test stuff out there. They throw stuff out there to test the water because that's why else would they keep throwing Silver Surfer out there? Let's do another Silver Surfer miniseries. You know, oh, the
Man, if
last
I
two didn't
get
do
another,
good, but let's throw another
if I,
one out there.
if I get another Silver Surfer series like that, Silver Surfer Black, man, that shit was fire. I don't care what nobody say, man. Listen, me and you gonna be arguing forever about that shit. That whole run was fire. Even the art, man. The abstract art was great, man. Great. Go pick up
What?
that Silver Surfer Black. Go pick it up, y'all.
Man,
Don't listen to
y'all,
it. Don't
y'all,
listen to nothing he
y'all
about to
listen to
say
him if
about
y'all
that.
want to. That LSD ass art.
Man, it was great.
Hell no. Hell
Man,
no.
he hates that art, bro. But I
You gonna
love
need
it.
glasses. You gonna need glasses after you read that shit. You gonna need glasses after you read it. You gonna need
But look,
glasses after you read it.
man, this Lex Luthor, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shoot, this green screen messing it up because he got a bunch of green on it. But
Ah,
yeah, but Lex Luthor, you know what
that
I'm
would look sweet,
saying?
like an invisible cover.
Yeah, holding Batman cape or whatever that is, man. Listen, they be doing Lex Luthor some justice sometimes. I got
Sometimes he is
Batman
DC's
Endgame
Doctor
Part 2 and
Doom.
3.
He is DC's Doctor Doom.
Yeah, they try to make him like that. The only thing he just if he really wanted to, he done been the president. You know what I'm saying? If he really wanted to take over the world, you know what I'm saying? Legitly, he probably could. Got Batman and Robin. You know what I'm saying with the hell bat suit.
I didn't care for Hellbat.
Me neither. I think it's stupid,
I
but
thought it was dumb.
gotta gotta collect it. Batwing, New 52.
I like Batman, but Hellbat was, oh, Tony Stark has did this. Bruce can do that. The fuck?
Dark Side #1. He's weak.
Darkseid is not weak.
Man, he's weak.
Darkseid is not weak.
Justice
They was
League
just
New
on Twitter.
52.
They was on Twitter yesterday voting Darkseid as the greatest comic book villain of
All
all
right,
time.
man. And you know that's plum fuckery. You know
I'm
that
dead
shit ain't
serious.
true.
I am
You
dead
know that shit
serious.
ain't. All right, what you think though?
I'm dead serious.
What you think
And
though?
the
What
biggest argument that people was posting was the classic. Everybody saying that he can beat Thanos.
man? Fuck out of here. Listen, man. I really
The thing
want
is,
to have this debate, but we're not doing this right
people's
now.
argument with that is Thanos is just a Titan. That's his race, and he's always had some type of trouble or difficult, not trouble or difficulty, so to some degree. But the deities, gods, is who he has the biggest problems with. Which Darkseid
Yeah,
is one. Darkseid
yeah.
is one.
Technically, but no, he can be beat. That's the issue. That nigga's shell can be sunned. That's the issue here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That can be sunned. Thanos, his problem is that he just know when to shut up. Darkseid think he the shit, but he gets sunned by everybody, and then be wondering
he.
how is this happening to me?
I don't
How
know.
is this happening to me?
I don't think he gets sunned. I think it's more of his arrogance, and in that arrogance, he always let his guard down.
Man, he let Batman bum ass checkmate him.
That's what that is. That's what that is. But then you gotta think about it. That was a intelligent checkmate. He wasn't really. You about to destroy his planet. How if he destroyed his own planet, how you gonna conquer the universe?
Them damn hell spores.
Yeah, if he allowed apocalypse to be destroyed, then how does he take over the universe? How does he find the anti-life equation? So it wasn't really a bad checkmate. It wasn't like that was in poor taste. That was actually smart.
Man, I would love to see them. I would love to see them fight though. But when it comes to villainy, like I feel like you can measure or kind of compare their two goals, and you can say like, oh, their goals are somewhat similar. You can even say that for real. But
Not really.
when
Thanos
it
thing
comes,
is
go ahead.
Thanos thing was wipe out half the universe so the other half can flourish. Basically
Mm-hmm.
like wipe out the weak and we already got the strong, but it's a natural selection type thing. Dark
But the
side
reason
thing
why
is Dark side thing
he
is
he want to take over
everybody needs to
everything.
be slaves. Everybody's just be
Yeah,
my slave. Everybody's under me. Y'all don't fuck all this
I
free
feel
will
like
shit.
the only reason why I say that it's a similarity for them both because of the severity, or you know what I'm saying, the level of threat, because Thanos was really, you know what I'm saying, just in love with death. You know what I'm saying, he was just
Hmm.
doing filling her up, you know what I'm saying, making sure she got all the deaths and stuff that she, desired or whatever, because he was in love with her. Now for Darkseid, yeah, he just was like, I want to enslave the whole universe. I want everybody, you know what I'm saying, I want to take this whole
Hmm.
motherfucker over. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. Now, yeah, their goals are different. You know what I'm saying? Thanos isn't trying to take over the whole
Man,
goddamn world.
as far as evilness, Darkseid
But
got him beat.
man, when it comes to no, man, I can't even say that because Thanos. Man, listen, remember that little boy that he visited randomly just to fuck with him on his birthday?
But here's the thing: we got the what if Thanos wins the comic and stuff. We got that. The what if he won, where he beat Galactus, he beat Living
Yeah.
Tribunal, he beat all these characters. That was just a what if type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Going towards
And he
the
become
future.
above all or whatever.
Yeah, that was it was a what if type of deal. But when you really go back to it and take away the what if, it's like Living Tribunal washes him every time he fights him.
I mean, I get it. I feel that.
Galactus and him always damn near go to a stalemate.
Okay, but Darkseid ain't fucking with like the Order of
But
Fate or the Order of
but
Chaos though. He ain't
but
beating
as
them.
far as I don't know, I mean, shit, we don't know because you got to think Order of Fate and Order of Chaos had issues with Trigon, and Darkseid can bang with him. They go to a stalemate. Trigon is the
Okay,
boss, but
I was
people
about to
always
say,
leave
okay, I'll give you that. I'll give
people
you that.
people leave Trigon out of the conversation, like Trigon, just like people leave fucking Mephisto,
But that's because. But
out of
wait.
conversations.
That's because Trigon ass is always in jail. His ass has been locked up, nigga, since we was
That's
kids,
shit.
nigga. locked the fuck up, nigga, since we been
As far as
kids.
evilness, I give it to Darkseid simply because you gotta think about it. Here's one. He don't allow you to have free will or laughter on Apocalypse. You're not
Yeah, that's it
laughter.
over with.
Laughter is a punishment by death. If you laugh on Apocalypse, we got to off you. Like, that's even evil shit. Like,
Man,
go
Granny
ahead, be
Goodness, he
happy.
except for Granny Goodness though, he let her slide with a lot of shit.
Yeah, but that's his grandma. You gotta let grandma slide. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is like, "The fuck you doing laughing?" Omega Beam, like, what type of like, damn dog, that's some evil shit. Like, damn,
Yeah,
he laughed. Like, what if like example, like Darkseid, like sort of somebody enjoyed death just as much as like Darkseid. Darkseid killed this dude over here. Dude over here started laughing. I'm like, yeah, he deserved to die. And nigga Omega Beam him too. Like, you be laughing, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you?
Joker.
You yeah,
All
laughing and shit. Not
right,
allowed to do
man.
that on this planet.
Man, let me run through these real fast, dog. I had to show
Run.
this off, bro. I got this weird tunes, weird factoids, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's by my
I see
man Craig.
Homer Simpson on there.
Yeah, it's Homer's amazing donut diet.
Michael Jackson. What is this? What is
Where
this,
you see
man?
that?
What is at the
Where you
bottom
see that at?
corner?
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson's bizarre Mickey Mouse obsession. This is factoids just about celebrities, public figures, historical figures, and their love for animation, comics, and anything toon like. You know what I'm saying? Like prime example. Did you know that this man, Elvis, he depicted himself, you know what I'm saying? He got his whole look from Captain Marvel Jr. Like that's literally where he got his whole style from.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and we
And
wouldn't because we don't see Captain Marvel Jr. a lot.
we don't see
So
Captain Marvel Jr. at all. But now that
right,
I'm picturing it, it's like okay, I kind of can see it.
yeah, and then they show you the different stuff like huh. Let me just show one page in here real fast. All right, like this. They showed a poll from like the 1960s. You know what I'm saying? Of men who would the men choose between Betty and Wilma from the Flintstones, and over 68% of men chose Betty.
Wow,
Dudes is wild, bro. Just weird factoids, man. I had to have stuff like this.
wow.
Um, yeah, man, and remember I showed y'all before Godhood Comics, man. City of Survivors, black made, man. This is zombie like, you know what I mean? Decent action, decent animation, you know what I mean? I like it, good stuff. And then I got Protagonist 1, 2, and 3, you know, great, great story so far, man. And I
Hey
like the
man,
way,
hey,
yeah,
hold
I
that
like,
mug up. The one at the dinner table, the other one. Hey man, hold that thought, man.
mm-hmm. Normally, when this happens, he's about to show me a comic that is similar.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, what in the hell? Hey man, hey,
That's the
what is
back. That's the
hey man, what DC doing, man?
Yeah, man. They taking my man's covers, man.
Hey man,
That does
DC
look
ain't
a
no
lot
good.
like it though.
DC ain't no good for this, bro. Bruh? What?
You been hey man, you been fucking with that Iron Batman though? Has it been getting better or has it been
It's
how's it
written
been
by the
doing?
same dude. It's written by John Ridley, same dude that's writing Black Panther right now. And like I said, my biggest reason, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing for nobody. The biggest reason I mess with this is this version of Batman is the closest thing you get to Spawn in the DC universe.
Yeah,
He is the closest thing you get
I
to a
feel you.
Spawn in DC. In DC,
I
that
feel
is
you.
that is literally the only reason I mess with it.
And I had to get, what I'm saying, Dark Towers Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? The Long Road Home. Great, great story, y'all. And mind you, they coming out with a series. They coming out with a series. They coming out with a TV series on Amazon Prime, I believe. And listen, this
It
story
should,
is
because
really,
the movies didn't do a lot of justice. The movie didn't.
yeah, it's really dark. Like the story is really dark for real. You know what I mean? They gonna have to change a lot in the story. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to change a lot for real. Yeah, I'd say so, man. That cover does look kind of a lot like my man's Godhood comics, man.
Morello.
But either way, you know, dope covers, man, dope covers. But that's all I got, man. I just was trying to show off a little bit for real.
Man, I ain't got
I
nothing, man. I breeze through mine. Y'all know Spawn Appearance of Comics, man. All I got is Spawn, man. That's it. Regular Spawn stuff, man. All I got is regular Spawn stuff, man.
man,
And it's
listen,
just the covers. I know y'all wanted to see the covers.
that
You know,
Harley and
the
Spawn, I'm in love with that. I'm gonna have to buy that. I need that. I need to cop that off you.
that's all this
Y'all know I
is.
love Harley.
King Spawn. That's that Radiant Pink by Image just came out.
And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any black
Gunslinger.
is there any black woman or villain in the DC universe?
Black Woman. I mean,
Yeah, besides Amanda.
Sinestro's Amanda Water, Sinestro's daughter. They turned old girl black. The what's her name? Starfire. Not what is her name? The Pink Lantern chick. What is the name? What does they call her? Sapphire or whatever. Yeah, Star Sapphire. That's her name. Her Banshee was black before she became
No,
an actual Banshee.
I mean, because Vixen and like Rocket are technically Milestone, right?
Rocket is Milestone. Vixen is DC.
So Vixen is DC. So I was thinking that
Vixen is
Vixen was
DC.
Milestone. Okay, so Vixen is a hero.
Yep.
Man, these covers is fine. Man, they never go wrong with the Spawn covers though. The Scorched and Spawn shit, man.
That's that
Ooh,
Rogue
that's
Sun
Rogue
variant.
Sun. Ooh, I
Yeah, that was
need
the
that
Rogue
Rogue
Sun
Sun.
variant. The Vanish variant.
You still been reading that Radiant Black, Radiant Red, Radiant Pink,
Of
and all that?
course. Of course.
My nigga, my nigga.
Catwoman variant. And then the Nightwing variant. And
And
then
I was
so
saying, and I was saying when he was showing me these covers, I was like, man, my man Spawn just pulling all the DC women.
and then we go
Wherever
to the
when he crossed
originals.
over,
We go to the originals. The Batman
Batman,
Spawn.
Spawn.
Yeah. And then we get this one.
I'd rather,
Just the
man.
opposite.
Listen, I just don't like Batman.
Shut
Y'all,
up.
don't pay attention to me.
They tell me who the artist is on these covers, but I can't remember some of their names. Like I know this one is Sean Murphy. Like I can't remember some
I
of the
like
names
that
on the
cover.
back of the
That
book.
cover was dope. All these covers is dope so far, for real. All these variants, man.
That's
I
all it
want to
is.
ask
You know,
you. I want to ask you how much this shit ran you.
that's
Uh,
all of.
I ain't even
I
know how.
got
I ain't even know, man. Listen, there be so many variant covers, dog. Like variant covers that don't get put out, bro. Like, man, that shit look hard. That's what I want to see. With Superman on the cover with Spawn,
that's
goat,
John.
man. So I don't care. You know, I fuck with John too. Just need some Superman in there and all that damn Batman.
Here's the Radiant Black one.
Ooh, shit. Oh, nigga. I'm getting
Here's
that.
the other Radiant Black one.
I'm getting all of them.
And that was it. That's it for all my Spawn books, man. That's the highlight. Y'all know y'all love me showing off Spawn stuff because y'all know how I am with Spawn. So that's everything. Now the books I want to talk about is different. I went. I mean, I know it's based off of a manga or anime, but I picked up the novel just because I feel like it'll read better, and I picked up Battle Royale.
Hmm.
I think this will read a lot better. I like the concept of like a Hunger Games.
Oh, that's the Battle Royale. I seen that movie,
Yeah.
the live
hmm
action. Yep,
Uh, so I picked this up because I was really I love the story. I loved it as
need to
in
cop
the
that.
movie as far as I liked it how I read as a manga, but like I said,
Man, listen,
I think this gonna do more justice because I think it's more content in here. I think it's a lot more
probably,
in this.
probably. One thing about Asian film and Asian productions, bro, they don't mind having a whole production with kids killing each other.
At all, at all.
For real. They
I
don't give
picked up
two
the
shits
Tom
about that.
Kings. I picked up Tom King Rorschach simply
I,
because it's Rorschach.
it could have been better, man.
Um, don't do that. Don't spoil it for me. But I picked it up. I mean, because here's the thing: it's Tom
That's
King,
just me. Yeah.
and I said this to my brother last night. I said a lot of people are saying that Tom King is a good writer. He just can't write Batman. And my answer to that was, well, he's DC's top guy. He's the biggest contract holder and moneymaker on DC's writing roster right now. And you would think the top guy would be able to write the top character.
Right.
But but I want to see just because, yeah, his Batman run, the City of Bane, was
Hey,
kind of for me was kind of like,
but in the book's defense though, I didn't finish it.
okay,
So
I'm
it
gonna
could
look
have gotten
into it.
better.
I'm gonna definitely read this one first. Well, no, I'm gonna read that one second. The first one I'm gonna read is Tom King's Mr. Miracle. Okay,
Man,
so
that
I'm gonna
shit
read this
fire,
one
boy.
first. Even though I've looked through, and I've looked at some of the art, and it's got some of that fucking LSD art and this shit with the yeah. I mean, so but we'll see. Um, we will see. I am interested. I am curious. I like Mr. Miracle as one of the new gods.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great character. The concept behind him is great. Um, we'll look into it. You know, heartbreaking, funny,
We
and
can definitely
human
talk about it
and
next
weird.
time on the next show. We can talk about Miracle, Mr. Miracle.
So definitely pick that up. I picked this up. Well, I picked up. Yeah, I'm gonna just say I'm not gonna spoil that because he might be watching or they might be watching, so I ain't gonna say that. But I picked up DC Mike Mignola's The DC Universe by Mike Mignola,
Mm.
which is just all of Mike Mignola's stuff throughout all of DC, all his books, all his stories, all his
Oh,
covers,
okay,
everything,
that's dope.
everything. So all the way back, going back all the way to the beginning where he did the Phantom Stranger is where it starts at.
Legend.
All the way to the end of like what he did, like Dead Man and Batman and stuff like that, like Dead Man and all that.
They need to
So
start writing Dead Man more.
all of Mike Mignola stuff, including his little weird little Superman. And then y'all know me. Fist of the North Star is my all-time number one favorite manga. Hellsing is my second. Shaman King is my third. I picked up the fourth. Y'all know what my fourth is. If y'all don't, I'm gonna just show y'all. But I picked up my fourth and it came out and I was so excited to have it. Um just because
My
I was never
man.
able to actually get it in the actual manga trade format. But now I have it and
Man, I need to see a page. Just show me a page, man. Show
I've
me
read
one
it
page.
too I've read it too many times.
Oh my god, this looks so dope. I might watch this tonight.
Yeah.
Might go back in the vault and watch it tonight.
Go back in the vault and watch it tonight, man. Always worth watching, man. I'm gonna give you one more
On
chance,
G.
man.
Well, that shit just looks so crispy.
They did such a good job with the recoloring and re-art
I'm
of this,
copping.
man. It's just,
I'm
oh
copping.
man, it's so worth it, bro. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, but yeah, when I read parts of Afro talking, I read it in Samuel L. Jackson's voice. I hear his voice in my head. Him and I hear his little man's. I hear both. I hear the voices in my head, bro. There's no
That's
other
the
way to
only
say it, bro.
way. It's the only way.
There's no other way to do this shit, bro. For real, for real.
No other way.
It bro. It just read so good. It was like it's just I got a manga, not a manga, but the anime in my hands, bro. It read so well. But yes, my all-time fourth favorite anime slash manga series is Afro Samurai. And coming up to number five, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Record of Ragnarok might take that fifth slot.
Man, you hollering.
Record of Ragnarok might take that slot, bro.
Man, don't
It's
listen
between
to
Record
this
of Rock.
dude, man.
It's between Record of Ragnarok, bro, and uh, Berserk, Fire Punch, and look, man, Record of Ragnarok is fire as hell.
Dude better
That
have
manga is
Attack on
fire.
Titan somewhere in there.
Attack on Titan to be like an honorable mention, man. Attack
Oof.
on Titan was listen. Attack on Titan was the opposite for me. Attack on Titan, watching Attack on Titan was better than reading.
I can see why you would say that because it's definitely been a great experience for me as well, especially on
My
the
last
watching
my
side.
last candidate for that last slot would be One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is just great goat shit, dog. Goat shit.
But
Yeah,
that's
you
where I
gotta have.
put that's why I put Record of Ragnarok there, man. Record of Ragnarok. One Punch Man is just a straightforward action. And you're gonna get great good action. Versus
I was
Record of
just about to
Ragnarok.
say.
Record of Ragnarok is the exact same thing, but they give you some story with it. They give you some story with it, and they give you some familiar characters. Who don't know Thor? Who don't know Hercules? Who don't know
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper? Who don't know Poseidon? Who don't know Zeus and Adam the First Man? Lu Bu. They give you that little bit. You know, I like Record of Ragnarok more than I like Baki. But then again, I like Kangen Ashura more than I like Baki. So
Man, see, now you just slandering Baki now.
I'm not slandering Baki.
Baki is
Baki, listen, no,
Baki
no,
is
Baki is
goat
good.
goat status.
Baki is good. Baki is good. Baki gives me that classic Taken story where son and father hate each other type shit. But like when you get to like the second part of Baki where they do the tournament and like he's on his dad's team and shit like that, all those fights was ass, bro. Even the ending fight was ass with him versus Ali Jr. It was like, this sucks, bro. I was expecting him and Ali Jr. to
that
go
probably
at it,
was
bro.
that is probably the weakest arc of the story, though.
You know
Honestly,
what I'm
I'm not even
saying?
gonna
It was
front you. I'm
so
not even gonna
weak.
front you.
First series was so good. Then you get to that second arc, and it's like, bro, this shit's so whack, bro. Like the Ali Jr., how they just kind of washed Ali Jr. He got on the scene. He was so cold. He was such a cool character. And then he get washed by all of the masters and shit. He get washed by Jack. Then he get all the way up
He
to
was getting
Baki.
tortured, man.
He get all the way up to Baki and get one shotted.
Man, that nigga was getting
It was a
tortured.
waste of my time.
Fucking washed. He was getting tortured. They was breaking this nigga body parts and shit. Fucking this nigga up.
This was a waste of my time, bro. This was a complete waste of my time.
I can
like,
feel you though,
hell?
but the best arc of all is coming up. You know what I'm saying? The ending is coming near. That's all I gotta say.
Kangen Ashura. Yeah, Kangen Ashura always.
My thing about
Kangen Ashura is like One Punch Man without the powers.
I kind of feel like King and Ashura. Like I like the story. Don't get me wrong. I like the story a lot. I just feel like it doesn't have no. I mean, or I just haven't gotten there yet in the story. But there just doesn't seem like there is nothing in jeopardy. Like there's no life or death. You know what I'm saying? No stakes. You know what I'm saying?
That is the case. Well, that is the case now, where it's life or death.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. I probably just didn't get there yet. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I just need to get further in King and Ashura.
Baki doesn't have that, and fucking King and Ashura. Literally every fight now is like to the death. So.
I just kind of assume in Baki when they fight certain niggas when they try to say that niggas is alive, man, that nigga's dead. Y'all just don't want y'all just don't want nobody to worry in the story, you know what I'm saying, about the motherfucker dead. That nigga dead.
That's how I feel about One Piece, man. When some of the niggas in One Piece, it be like, they be trying to argue about like, oh, Luffy don't kill or that person didn't die. That nigga dead.
That nigga dead as fuck.
That nigga dead as hell. They killed this nigga. That nigga is gone. If he ain't dead, he would have showed back up by now. Because One Piece stay reusing niggas. I mean, they on the water. They all pirates. They gonna keep rehashing characters. Characters gonna keep coming back into the story, leaving out and coming back. That nigga ain't showed back up. That nigga dead.
And one of my favorite, animes, and mangas of all time is Saint Seiya. And we haven't talked about this, man, but they are coming out with a live adaptation of Saint Seiya, and that shit looks crazy. That shit looks good. Now, listen, y'all, listen. I know there has been the narrative going around, you know what I'm saying, that live action anime, you know what I'm saying, doesn't do well. Now, listen here. There are for me, I can name 5 right now that's great as fuck. I can name 5.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. The first one is Rurouni Kenshin. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. All 4 of the movies is dope.
I knew that was gonna be number 1 because that was the only one. But keep going. What's the other one?
No, it ain't the only one. Nope. Terraformers. That movie was dope. The live action was dope. Man, we're not about to do this. You're not about to do this. You are not about to do this, bro. Man, listen. We're not about to do this, bro. We're not about to do this because there have been some great some great live action. Now, them coming out with, I don't have no faith in this One Piece live action that they coming out with. I don't got no faith in that. But I do got faith in the last Avatar. I mean the last Airbender, the one that they about to drop though. I do. I think it's gonna be nice, man. I think it's gonna be nice. But you can't be. You cannot hate on terraformers, bro. What was wrong with terraformers, bro? What was wrong with that? What was wrong with that live action?
The same thing that's wrong with all live action. The same thing that's wrong with all live action animes. You take what the overly dramatic, over exaggerated anime gives you from both the anime and the manga. You try and put that in live action, and it looks dorky as hell. It looks stupid as
Okay.
hell.
I'm not
Terraformers
gonna
should have
say
just been like
it did kind of look a little cheesy when they was
terraformers.
mutating.
Terraformers should have just stuck to like your kind of your gritty, gory type action that was given to us in like Blade 2.
Yeah. Man,
Around that
you know
level.
they got it. You know
If
that
it
the
looked
whole
like
industry
that,
getting lazy, bro.
if it looked like that, I'd have been like, all right, this shit fire. But no, they gave me that fucking same live action adaptation they try and give you with Naruto. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, bro, no, bro.
Now, the first
At
Full Metal
least a live
Alchemist live
adaptation.
action, like the first Full Metal Alchemist live action adaptation, I thought wasn't that good. But the second one,
Second one,
the second the second one's fire. You know what I'm saying? So
they
like,
they corrected their mistake from the first one.
yeah, definitely. And
Definitely, they went back and rewatched that themselves and was like, let's fix this.
yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, I think they're getting better, just like with video game movies. Video game movies is getting better too, and video game TV shows and things like that. They starting to get a little bit better.
Wrong. Video game movies
Wow.
aren't getting better. Video games themselves are getting better. Last of Us, and Witcher are going to do well simply because you got to look at it. Game of the years across the board in like every
Yeah.
category, and they gave you a source material of that great story. When you go off of that, you with them going off the story, it ain't like with comic books. It ain't like with comic books. It ain't too much you can change from this. It's not too much you can change. Witcher, the Last
Yeah.
of Us first game, ain't really shit you can change from that first game where you can make it put your own spin or twist on that shit. You gotta. This is the source material. You gotta go with this. You can change some dialogue in that shit because you gotta. It's a movie now or a TV show now. But as far as the overall source material, the overall theme, plot, setting, everything is right here. It's already given to you.
Yeah.
We
I
just gonna
feel you.
see it. You honestly could have watched it in video game form. If it was fucking cutscenes and trailers and cinematics throughout the entire game, that's all they could have just put all that shit together. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, people
Yeah.
that's watching Witcher and Last of Us will be able to be like, all right, let's do this with Resident Evil. I feel like they should just make Resident Evil.
They just
They should
they
just
just
make.
will not they just will not make that shit good.
They will. It's like they refuse. It's like they refuse.
I don't understand what the fuck, bro.
They
Like,
It's like they sit up
how
and
does
they sit up and get the script and be like, let's make this as terrible as we possibly can.
it's like
Look, at
what the
this point,
fuck?
listen. I think they should just take Resident Evil 4 and do that as a series, since how that is the best one, I guess, overall for people. It's not my
Yeah,
favorite, but overall it's everybody's favorite. That's why that motherfucker's been on every console known to man. Because y'all gotta think, Resident Evil 4 has been on every console since GameCube. Like basically
yeah.
every disc version console that's been out came out after GameCube has been on basically.
I probably
So
honestly, my favorite one honestly is probably the first one and five.
my favorite is probably the first two. The
Yeah,
first
two.
two.
Yeah,
Five,
yeah.
yeah, no, five. Five was good too, up until the end with because I don't like Chris. I like Leon better than Chris,
Yeah, I
but
feel you.
but yeah, five was good. Yes, but they should just either take 4, 7, or 8 and just do a series off of that. Off one of those three. Leave the earlier stuff alone. Leave Nemesis alone. Leave the earlier T virus. Leave all that crap alone, and just use Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil Village or whatever 7 was called. Just Just use that. But yeah, they no. Just like I know they about to do, they want to do this One Punch Man live adaptation. Stop it,
Yeah,
stop it.
I don't honestly feel
If RDC ain't doing it, I ain't
these.
watching it.
Yeah, I don't want them to just start making live action. I mean, they've been doing it forever. Like they did a live action Attack on Titan years ago before the first season even ended.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was weird like how they just dropped that movie out of nowhere. But yeah, I feel like they need to pace it, you know, cuz a lot of these movies, a lot of these productions, you know, they just are in the wrong era. Like maybe y'all need to wait until graphics and shit evolve some more to even think about some of these projects. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit is crazy to produce on in 2D. You know what I'm saying? And on animated, let alone in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, and I was serious about that statement. I would rather watch RDC do it because it's going to just be more entertaining. I would rather watch King Vader do it because I know it's going to be more entertaining. Is but by no sheer thought of my brain is that any of the YouTubers that we've seen do like their little editing for like the fights or stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
with flash step and stuff like that, it looks more entertaining than how the actual Asians themselves do it. Because when the Asians doing it, it's like it just looks corny. It looks
And
shitty. It
and
looks
they're
bad.
very animated. Yeah, they're very animated
Yeah,
over there
it's like it
anyway.
just looks
Yeah.
bad. It's like ugh. Versus like if y'all like Anime House with RDC, their movie, the Anime House, the last one. That shit was fire. That was it was fire. You cannot tell me that was not worth watching. That was worth watching multiple times. It was so good. It was so good. That's what the
So,
Asians need to do. That
So let me ask you this. So this is the last thing we about to get up out of here, but I want to ask you this before we get out of here. So how do you feel about the matter of fact? One, have you watched the new Trigun Stampede?
no, I was gonna watch that today. Today was gonna be my day.
All right, well we're gonna talk about that later. So you have watched Bleach, Thousand Year
Yes, yes,
Blood War.
yes,
Now,
yes.
how do you feel about the animation? You know what I'm saying? Not even don't even speak about the story. How do you feel about the animation at a whole? Because I've gotten 50-50 reviews on it. You know, some people said that they don't like how it looks. Some people say it looked great. I personally think it looked great, especially compared to what we got in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And the shit still looked great back then. But you
If
gotta add,
I'm
you gotta evolve it a little bit.
comparing it to the early 2000s, then I ain't gonna say it's great, but it's good. I
I
just
think that it should
listen.
look great.
It looks good for what it is. My thing is, I thought it was going to be that that current super over the top animation that we getting for like all the top anime.
Yeah, I
Like
feel you.
if you compare Thousand Year Blood War to Chainsaw Man animation, Chainsaw Man blow it out the water.
Yeah, it's way better. Yeah, that's Mappa,
It's
man.
way
Yeah,
better.
is
You know
that
what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's way better.
Mappa lightweight
Uh,
taking over for real.
Same with last season of Attack on Titan. Like last season Attack on Titan's animation, uh, One Piece's animation. I was not expecting them to give me you know, that animation because they even did that little mini series where they showed Naruto with like the current animation, like with today's like animation, like
Mhm.
for a little clip, and that looked good. But this this is on par with like season one of like One Punch Man, maybe season two of One Punch Man, where it's good, it's tolerable and it's good and it's okay to
Mhm.
watch. It's not bad. It's not like this is disgusting, but it's right because
Well, basically, yeah,
I think season three of One Punch Man gonna be like top tier.
yeah, I think so too. And
You know what
especially
I'm
if it's
saying?
the
Like
arc,
because
especially the arc that we know it is coming up is about to be fire.
right, you know what I'm saying? Because like honestly, I would think best animation right now. Y'all know y'all would think y'all would. No, I would say One Piece because that's my all time favorite. But it's probably got to go with My Hero.
Yeah,
Got
my
to be. It's
hero
got to
is
be. It
fire,
got to
bro.
be between. It's got to be between My Hero, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen as far as like top peak animation right now. It's got to be between them three.
Animes, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and
Like
anime has got to be them three.
there's been some movies that came out, but we ain't gonna name all them right now. But when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
TV anime series, yeah, those three are the top.
Are the are
They
the
got the bar right now.
Yeah, they're the standard. You know,
Yeah.
One Piece is a fall under that in a whole nother category with like Attack on Titan to be in that category.
Villain Saga about to
Uh,
take over though.
Boruto would probably be in that category, maybe.
Villain Saga about to take
You
over
know,
though.
Villain Saga.
Yeah.
I gotta get at it. I gotta fit that in somewhere. You talk about it so much. I gotta fit, man. I gotta read that, man.
Man, read it, man. I know that that's still the best way you like to take in content, man. Read that first. You gonna look.
Yeah, I can't turn on no TV and take in my content, man. When doing that is just like I need the full thing, man. I can't immerse myself into a TV show or a movie. I need full effect.
I feel you,
I need
man.
everything.
Sometimes you
And
just
I
need
need
to be
everything
inside
include
your
each
own
other.
head. Yeah,
I
just
need
need to be
everything
inside your
include each
own head.
other.
Yeah, man.
Everything. I need it all.
But either way, man, I appreciate you for stopping in, man. We ran out of time, though. You know, but
Thousand year
we gonna
Thousand
talk
Year
about.
Blood War proves that Bleach is stronger than Naruto universe.
Oh yeah, there's no debate here. We're not even about to listen. Them Quincy's is sunning any village you can think of. Man, I'm not even about to even do this with nobody. If you want to debate this, hit the comments, hit the polls on Spotify and the Anchor FM. You know, question Q&A or whatever, because that's a question I'm about to post. What's the strongest verse? Bleach or Naruto? We'll tell you, it's definitely fucking Bleach. There ain't no debate. You
Easily.
know what
There
I'm
ain't no
saying?
debate. That
But if
debate
you
is
want to
over with
debate it,
now.
if you want to debate it, come to the comments though.
Before Thousand Year Blood War, they was neck and neck.
But
Now,
now,
nah, nah.
no, dog. That shit is sunning.
Bleach killing Naruto in One Piece.
That shit is a sunning, man.
Bleach
Bleach
is
is up
killing
there,
both of them.
period. Bleach up there,
Bleach is
period. You
killing
know what
them.
I'm
The
saying?
other
Like,
big two is dead.
man, listen. But either way, man, listen. We let's get out of here before this thing time out on us, man. Appreciate you for
For sure.
unveiling your halls to me, brother, and the people here, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Always,
It's
man.
always a pleasure, man. And thank y'all
Always,
for tuning
always.
in. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna do an episode next week. I'm gonna give all the details in the group and the Facebook page or whatever. Keep y'all updated. But remember, love yourself, love your family. Don't stress about shit you can't control. And peace, man. Peace, brother, man. Be easy, man.
You too, bro. Hit me up.
Bet.